In this exercise, we're going to learn how to play a G major scale. One, I've noticed in method books like Christopher Simpson, which is from the 17th century, that he gives scales right in the beginning of his method book. Also, I've often played in world music groups. I've played with Chinese musicians, I've played with Iranian musicians, I've played with Arabic musicians, and I'm also very surprised to hear when we're on tour that these people that come from non-Western countries also play scales. Scales is your basic grammar for any instrument that helps you get your muscles in working for the thing and get your ear and also make sure that the instrument's in tune and a lot of other things. So for this scale, we're going to start on the low G string, the 5th string. Push, pull. Then we're going to add one finger. And that's A. We've already played this note. We're going to add 3 fingers. And that's B. We're going to change the string. We're going to play the open 4th string. And that's C. We now put one finger down on the 2nd fret on the C string, the 4th string, and that gives us the note D. Change string again, open 3rd string, E, add one finger, that's F sharp, add 2 fingers on the 3rd string, G. We'll go up higher, so now we'll go to 2nd string, open, 1 finger on the 2nd fret, B. 2 fingers on the 2nd string is C. Now the top string, which we played before, open D. We play this note also, E, 1 finger, 3 fingers, F sharp, and 4 fingers, G. This exercise will be done exactly as the previous exercise. Each note will be a half note. The difference is that we are going to play each note twice. So instead of changing, we're going to play G push and G pull. But instead of being whole notes, there will be half notes, which means each note gets 2 beats. One thing I just want to mention right away is the viol has 6 or 7 strings. So you have many different choices where you can find the same note. For instance, that's C. It's an open string, the 4th string. But you hear that's the same note, but it's not the same string. You can play C with the 4th finger on the 5th string, and you can also play C with no fingers on the open string. Same thing with a G. You play the G with open string, but you also play the G with 4 fingers on the 6th string. So in the written exercise that you'll see when you close this window, I provided fingerings. Remember, 0 means no fingers. 1 is your index. 2, your middle. 3, 3rd finger. 4th, the 4th finger. We don't count the thumb on the viol as a finger. Also, I mentioned before, if we put dots over the fingering, that will give us string. 1 dot will be the thinnest string, the 1st string. 2 dots, the 2nd string. 3 dots, 3rd string. 4 dots, the 4th string. 5 dots, the 5th string. 6 dots, the 6th string, and very rarely 7 dots for the 7th string. That way you will get which finger you need to use and which string. So, you'll notice that the fingerings are on the exercise. When you close the window, you must, please, follow the fingerings that I gave you. So, I'm now going to turn the metronome on, and we're going to play the exercise from the beginning. You ready? Put. Sorry. For some reason I set the metronome on 8 beats. So set the metronome not on 8 beats, but on 4 beats. And we set the metronome at 70 beats a second this time. Ready? Push. A on the 5th string. 3 fingers on the 5th string. Open C string. D, 1st finger, twice. Open E string. Pull. F sharp, pull. Remember 2 bows for each note. Open A string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get to the top, you can also go down again, which I've done in the exercise. I've purposely made fingerings that are different for going up than going down to practice that. Remember, in this exercise, 2 bows for each note. Each bow gets 2 beats. Same things I'll harp on. Does your viol sound like a bell? Also, as now they're playing on all of the strings, make sure that the pressure is different for each string. Lower strings need more pressure. Higher strings need less pressure. For instance, the G string needs quite a amount of pressure, but if I use the same pressure on the D string, it's horrible. So you have to, actually, to open top string is very testy, so you have to be very careful that even the bow weight might make the top string not sound good. Also remember, keep the bow parallel with the bridge, flexible wrist, closing the wrist while pushing, opening the wrist while pulling, press only on the hair with the middle finger and not with the thumb or the first finger. Fingers round. Same thing as usual, 3 times. Play 1 time, look for the left hand, 2nd time for the bow hand, and 3rd time with your eyes closed to see how it sounds. That with the metronome at 70.